How we doing, everybody? Welcome back to Dagwoodz's Tonsorium. I'm Dagwoodz from the Shaving Cadre. It's December 1st at about 10:30 in the morning. Just got off work a little while ago, and it is time to finally get rid of the face fuzz. To get it off today, we're going to be using the club's signature. This is a bourbon forward scent, but it's not bourbon like alcohol bourbon. It is all the other notes outside of the alcohol, and it just absolutely smells awesome. It smells great. There's no two ways around it. It's in a typical the Club or Arion & Evans wide mouth tub. You get 4 ounces of soap, and it just smells a bit of sweet. It's hard to describe. Here are the scent notes right here. It's a great scent. It's got I want to say sandalwood absolute or tobacco absolute, and a tobacco absolute. And I'm not normally a fan of tobacco scents, but the bourbon and the tobacco and the sandalwood, just wonderful scent. Peter, A+ job on the scent on this. This immediately, as soon as I smelled it, jumped into one of my top scents, one of my favorite scents. It is a warmer weather scent, I will say that, but just smells so good. Kind of sad that I'm cutting back in the amount of alcohol the alcohol-based aftershaves, because I got to transport them back somehow, and I've got so many as it is, and yeah, I got to get them back to the States somehow, and I can't mail them, so cutting back on the amount of alcohol-based aftershaves. We're going to be using for the shave our Shave Mac Ebonite. This is a 26 millimeter silver tip 2-band, and in a bulb shape. And then for the shave itself, we're going to go straight razor. This is one of the straights that I have that is still in shaving form. This is the Freedoer 472. This is a 6/8 razor with a J-nut edge on it, and it's in beautiful condition. Yeah, so the soap. Let's talk a little bit about the soap while I get my bowl ready and everything. So the soap is Peter's new soap base, which is right here, and I've used it a couple times. Once with the Carve, or let me rephrase. Once with the Vector with the Pro Super in there, and then once with the Carve. And I thought that maybe the slickness was not quite as much as I was expecting, but I also experienced that with the Salisky soap with the Vector with the Pro Super. So I went and I used the Carve razor with the C plate and a Perma-Sharp blade, and the slickness on the soap is excellent. So I'm imagining if I go back and use the Salisky soap again and use a different razor other than the Vector with the Pro Super, that I'll get similar results. It'll be a very slick soap. So let's go ahead and get to lathering right here. It is a fairly quick to load soap. I did bloom it, and I soaked the brush. There we go. Don't lose any of that precious proto lather. Go ahead and take all that. Now, this is true to reports. This is a thirsty soap. It can take a boatload of water. So what I found that works best is to get it to the consistency in the bowl that I like, and then I still have a little ways to go on the face before it reaches peak consistency for shaving. Now, I will say this is the first time I've shaved with a straight in a while, partially because of safety razor acquisitions, and partially because I didn't want to be using the same straight razor over and over and over again, because realistically right now I have 2, maybe 3 that are in shave ready condition. I just haven't had the time to hone as much as I'd like. So eventually I'll get the razors to the stones and get the rest of my stable of straight razors back up to par. I can smell the scent from back here. So strength of scent off the tub is about a 3.5 to 4 out of 5. So fairly strong. It stays right about there. It doesn't really bloom too much once you lather it. I think we're about there. Whip it. Whip it good. Hope everybody had a good work week. Thank God it's Saturday. So if you can tell, I'm wearing my Newcastle top. And they're on a 3-game winning streak. They play West Ham United tonight. It'll be this morning when East Coast time. But yeah, they're going for 4 in a row. They've climbed up out of the relegation zone. And yeah, they're doing well at this point. Remains to be seen if they can maintain it. So they've got a bunch of winnable fixtures coming up until Christmas when they play Liverpool on Boxing Day. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and do a hot towel and I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, let's get into this. Been looking forward to this shave for a few weeks now. Yep, needs a bit more water. Now, I could shave with it like this. That's one of the nice things. Its water band is extremely wide. So I said it's thirsty earlier. That's actually not incredibly true. I would say that it's not so much a thirsty soap as it is got one of the wider water bands of soaps I've used. So you can take it from however you want. I'm flicking ladder everywhere. And there we go. Now we're getting the sheen that we want. Warmed up just a little bit. All right. It has been a hot minute since I've used a straight razor. Outside of one shave where I used the Feather Pro Guard. But or the Feather SS Tonsorium. So, little tip for those who are new to straight shaving. Yeah, I just went right through it like nothing. What I'm concentrating on is real light pressure, and I am concentrating on my angles. Don't force the blade. If you feel the blade get hung up on something, just lift the blade up. Lift the blade up, replace it, and with a light touch, continue. Don't push hard. It'll get you. Like nothing. We'll leave it like that. We'll just have fun with it. You're always hearing people talking about straight razors, about finding the right angle, no pressure, you know. Nurse Dave from the Cadre. He's got a great tagline. I don't remember exactly how it goes, but it says something along the effects of, even when you think you're shaving without pressure, you still are. So, as light as you think you're pressing down, you can get even lighter. And there we go. Back. I'm back. No more of the itchy stuff on my face. In all honesty, for the past 4 days, I've pretty much been out of the itching phase. So right before I get to shave, right before I have to shave it off, is when it actually gets comfortable. But with that being said, my daughter did give me the ultimatum the other day that if I came home with a face full of facial hair, that the locks would be changed and I would be locked out and not allowed in the house. Oh, the scent is sublime. Gotten used to having a little bit of facial hair, so it's going to be a shock when I wake up in about 5 hours, 6 hours. And see myself cleanly shorn. And as far as the performance of the soap base, I'm not really, the point of the video wasn't really about the soap. But after using it 3 times, I will say this is an improvement on an already excellent soap base. So if you enjoy the Ariana and Evans soap bases, donkey milk formula, or goat's milk formula, excuse me, I would highly recommend checking this soap base out. It is I don't want to say how it compares to Icarus. But I will say it's at least bridged the gap from his older goat smoke formula to the Declaration Grooming bison tallow. Best soap in my den? Man, that's so subjective. And honestly, this is something that Nurse Dave and I think Don are constantly saying. The soaps, the artisan soaps nowadays, are so good as a whole that when you start measuring some of the just truly outstanding artisan soaps against each other, you really are starting to split hairs. They're that close. There might be more of an enjoyment factor due to scent, or maybe you have a personal connection to the soap artisan. So you might get a little more enjoyment out of using a soap. But truth be told, as far as pure performance goes, it's really splitting hairs with some of these top artisans. Great. So I'm shaving about 3 days worth of growth off on top of pay attention to the toe there, probably got myself. Probably just a little nick. So a couple of things I neglected to mention in the video yesterday. So for those who are just joining the Shaving Cadre, again, you have until midnight on the 1st, so midnight tonight, Saturday, Pacific Standard Time, to join. So, you can sign up as long as you're a member of the Shaving Cadre. You can sign up. Now, if when you sign up you don't have a qualifying amount of posts, I'm going to highlight your name red, or you'll be in red text, I should say. The night of December 31st, I'll go through, and everybody who's highlighted in red, I will go through and make sure that they have the requisite little nick, not a big deal. Make sure that they have the requisite 35 posts. If not, then your entry is void. The other thing I neglected to mention is that this PIF is open to international shipping. This is not a U.S. only. I'm actually shipping from an APO address. Oh God, that feels so much better. And so I can't ship any alcohol anyway, any alcohol-based aftershaves. So there is no alcohol-based aftershaves in the PIF. Everything is either a balm, a soap, or some sort of hardware. Yeah. Not bad. Make sure we get that little nick right there. Certainly not bad. And we're back. Really nice shave, actually. Very, very little feedback from the alum, which actually kind of surprises me, considering I haven't used a straight razor, and outside of the one time I used the Feather SS Tonsorium. Aside from the one time I used that, it's the first time I've shaved with a straight in about 3.5, 4 weeks. So, yeah, all in all, good shave, guys. I'll be right back to finish up the video. See you in a few minutes. All right, guys, all done with the shave. Just so happy to be done with all the facial fuzz. I will not, goes without saying, be participating in Mustache March. Sure. But we used the club signature. This is actually going to be available to the public. And tell you what, guys, if you're a fan of bourbon, do yourself a favor. At least see if you can get a sample. Now, the club, Ariana and Evans and the club does not do sample sizes, but see if you can get a sample off of somebody and try it out. This is it's a wonderful, wonderful scent. We're going to be finishing up with Ariana and Evans Asia Plum. It's somewhat close to that. This has got a little bit more spice to it, less of a bourbon note, but it's similar type of similar vein. This is a bit more sweet. And quality of shave wise, I would say I got a good DFS. Just fine. That's normally all I shoot for. I don't try and chase the baby. Oh. And this aftershave by Ariana and Evans, if you haven't tried it, it's a great. It's got a ton of skin food, skin moisturizing and nourishing properties. Real nice stuff. Yeah, so we used the Shave Mac 26mm 2-band silver tip in ebonite, sand ebonite. We used our Fredor 6/8 straight razor. This is the 472. So the difference between the 72 and the 472, the only difference is this has some ribboning on the spine. You can see that. So there's just some detail work on the spine. That's the difference between the 72 and the 472. Yeah, and then we followed up with some alum. Washed that off, put a little bit of rose Thayers on, and then followed that up with the Ariana and Evans Asian Plum. All in all, just a really enjoyable shave. Again, real happy to get that off. Today's the last day, you guys, to sign up for the Shaving Cadre. As long as you are signed up for the Shaving Cadre by midnight tonight, you are eligible. You will be eligible for the PIF on at the end of the year, as long as you get your 35 posts in. I can't stress that enough. Sign up today, but make sure you get your 35 posts in. It won't be hard once you start getting involved in the discussions. It's a great group of guys, real fun. We like to joke around, and yeah. If you're interested in checking out the club signature, check out Shaving Shop Club online, and I'll have the I think it's www.shavingshopclub.com. I'll have the link in the description below. And yeah, check out the Shaving Cadre, guys. Stop on by. All right, would love to see you there. www.theshavingcadre.com. I'm Dagwoodz, and hope to see you there, guys. Peace.